Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 11th Hour Gaming Channel. I am AJ Gels. This is my weekly show, The 11th Hour. It's kind of my wrap-up of the weekly gaming news. Sorry, I know I'm coming again to you guys late this week, like last week. I'm doing this on Saturday and not Friday, and this also will not be up by noon, like I was hoping. I'm sorry. School's been hectic for the past couple weeks. I've been super stressed. Kind of burning the candles at both ends. Burning the candle at both ends. That's what it is. I haven't been eating well. I was sick last weekend. It's a big rigmarole and a bunch of bullshit. Long and short of it, guys. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna try. I promise you, next week's episode will be on Friday at noon. Like I promise. I am very sorry for the shoddy work. And maybe not shoddy, but to my it's not up to my standards of quality that I like to give you guys. So I apologize for that, and I will try to do better in the future. I'm so sorry, guys. And also, before I get into the news, something else I do want to say. If you're looking for, if you watch any of my Let's Play series, today, which is Saturday, and tomorrow, Sunday, I'm not going to be doing any recording. I'm not going to be doing any uploads. My channel's kind of going dark. I mean, it'll still be up, and you can still watch stuff. There's plenty of content. I think there's pushing 300 videos on this channel. Please check out some stuff. If you're waiting for the next part of one of the series I'm doing to be uploaded, check something else out for a little bit. I'm sorry, it's just you need some. So every so often you need like a little break to kind of clear the head. It's just always having to record and be on all the time when I'm playing games is just, it's stressful. It takes its toll on me. So, it's every so often I'd like to take a day or two and not really record and just kind of chill. Sometimes I won't play games. Sometimes I'll just sit around doing nothing. I'm saying if my channel, there's some inactivity for the next day or day and a half, I'm sorry. I'll hit the ground running. Uploads will start again this upcoming Monday, 29th. I had to check my calendar. Okay, that's most of the housekeeping. I'm sorry, Family Guy reference. Other than that, guys, if you ever need to get a hold of me, you can do that through Facebook, Twitter, or my website, all down in the description below. You can find any of my reviews also down on my website, which is down in the description below, as long as links to all of my weekly shows, and Twitter is also a very good way to stay up to date with everything that I'm doing. Everything goes straight to Twitter. I'm really working on Facebook. Don't know really what I'm doing with that yet. Other than that, guys, if you enjoy this video, please leave me a comment. Tell me something. Tell me what you're liking, you're not liking, what I can improve on, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It all means a lot to me, guys. All the support and all the help to grow this channel and this brand of 11th Hour Gaming. It means a lot. But okay, I'll start talking and all this. Well, I'll keep talking, but you know what I mean. I'll hop into the news. Starting off as always, really, there's been a lot of tech news the past couple days, but I got a little bit this week. First off, HTC Vive pre-orders will go live on February 29th, which actually is this Monday, at 10 a.m. Eastern for $800. That was a statement from the company. I'm sorry. That was not a statement. Well, I mean, the fact that the pre-orders will go live on the 29th at 10 a.m. I think it was leaked before this official announcement that they'd be for $800, so I'm assuming $800 the price. That's an interesting decision to go with, especially after, I'm trying to think what it's called, the Oculus Rift came out and was getting slammed for its $600 price. I know there's some people who are like, I sit here and go, that really $600, and then at least for me, I'm playing on maybe a $500, $600 rig. My PC's my PC's good. I can run games, but it's nowhere near enough to run VR, and so basically, I'd be dropping $600 or $800 down on these headsets, and then whatever the controllers are going to cost. Maybe the Vive's controllers come with it. I know the Rift, you buy those later because they're not done yet, something like that. I pay that $800, $600, but then either I have to put another $500 to $600 into my machine to make it be able to run VR or buy a brand new rig all together, which is gonna again cost me anywhere from $900 to $1,100. I don't know. I'm not that excited about VR. I mean, maybe some people are. If you're excited, like I said, tell me in the comments. Tell me why. I mean, I say that like I'm judging you. I'm like, I'm not. I mean, if you're excited, you're excited. Good for you. I mean, I've heard from everybody it's like something that it's like you have to try out. Unless you try it out, you don't get it. I haven't tried it out, so maybe I just don't get it. All I know is I'm not a big fan of VR, and probably never will be. Well, until it's like it's its own console. Moving on. Kind of moving on, because more VR news. Apparently, there will be a PSVR event being held March 15th. This is like an invitation-only sort of thing. It's a lot of hands-on stuff. This is by Sony announced this. I got this from an article by Steven Storm over at IGN. This is interesting to me that, and again, you're first off, we've heard nothing about the price for PSVR, and I keep hearing the summer. I think they're trying to get it out before No Man's Sky, which is super weird to me. Not the fact that it's coming out with No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky makes perfect sense. It's a first-person kind of space exploration game. Makes sense. But the fact that you have this closed event for this thing that keeps being said, well, you have to try it to really understand it. I mean, I understand like an open to the public event would just be a bitch and a half, but still. Really? A closed event so more media people can see it and then talk about it, but say you don't get it until you. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm still I laugh. I listen to a lot of podcasts on gaming, and people keep making those jokes. It's like, what would it be like to like demo those at like a GameStop? Like you put it on, it's up, you got lice and shit, and yeah. I don't know. It's again in my skepticism on PlayStation VR. Yeah. Well, actually, I have hopes for PSVR being the top out of these, Rift, Vive, and PSVR. I really have high hopes that PSVR is going to be the kind of the front runner, because I think it's going to beat them both in price. Hopefully. I don't know. Plus, I know it's a peripheral on your PC, but I view it as more of a peripheral on my PS4 than a... I don't know. I think it makes more sense on the PS4 than it does on PC. Either way, moving on. This is not in VR news. This is actually taking kind of a step back from VR. But apparently Gamestop will pay you $200 in store credit for a PS4 and Xbox One. Yes, I said that is in store credit. I don't know. I mean, I know the big shift over... Oh, that article by Eddie McCooch over at GameSpot, by the way. I don't know. I mean, like, I know, there's this big push, we're going digital. I still like retail, personally. If it's a retail, I'll probably buy retail. I got nothing against digital. Well, again, you listened to me, like, a couple months ago, and I was really anti-digital. Now... I don't know, my opinion's kind of really softened on it, because I've bought a couple things more digital and this, that, it's, I don't know, I mean, it's, again, if I can buy a physical copy, I'll probably buy a physical copy, / wait for a physical copy, except Life is Strange. I had to play Life is Strange and Firewatch. But you know what I mean. It's if there's a physical copy, I prefer it. I know I'm breaking off topic. I'm gonna go back to the news story. Either way, like I said, you can sell your PS4s or Xbox Ones to GameStop for $200 in store credit. I have to say that, or else you didn't say it's in store credit. They didn't hand me $200. Yeah, I know people have been burned on that before. Okay, I think it was last week. I don't know why I didn't catch this. I didn't pick up on it or something. I didn't talk about this. The Fallout 4 DLC has finally had some reveals. I think they've announced 3 months, the March, April, and May DLC releases. Basically, this is all free to everybody who has the Season Pass or can purchase them separately. And I did not get the... Give me a second, guys. Sorry. For DLC. I can't type. Sorry, guys. I forgot to get the actual prices of these DLCs. Oh my god. Load. All right, I can't get them on hand. If you want, I can put those down in the comments or down in the description below. So sorry about that. I forgot to get like the actual individual what these DLC cost. But basically, if the season pass is $30 compared to what as much content you're getting for this, it comes out to $30 is a really good deal for all this content. So I apologize for that. I'm a little off my game. Like I said, I'll put that down in the description. If you want, again, shoot me a comment, find me on Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. But apparently the DLC's rolling out. We have in March the Automatron, which is I'm going to read these. These are kind of straight from the website. All of them are like the descriptions. The mysterious mechanist has unleashed a horde of evil robots into the Commonwealth, including the devious Robo-Brain. Hunt them down and harvest their parts, and to build and mod your own custom robot companions. Choose from hundreds of mods, mixing limbs, armor, abilities, and weapons, like the all-new Lightning Chain Gun. Even customize their paint schemes and choose their voices for characters level 15 or higher. Sorry. That's interesting. I think these first two, the March and April, I think are around $5. $5 or under. It's the last one that's the big. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Again, I'm sorry. I'm fixating on this, and I'm sorry. Next, in April, we'll have the Wasteland Workshop DLC. With and again, the description reads, with the Wasteland Workshop, design and set cages to capture live creatures from raiders to deathclaws. Tame them and have them face off in battle, even against your fellow settlers. The Wasteland Workshop also includes a suite of new design options for your settlements, like Nixie Tube Lightning, letter kits, taxidermy, and more. I don't know that. I know so many people are excited about this one, and there's like, oh, you can catch them, and it's like Pokemon, and I'm like, really? That's the one I'm like. I didn't do much with the settlement. I'm gonna do it when I actually try and platinum Fallout 4. But other than that, I don't really mess around with the settlement stuff because it's kind of a pain in the ass. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're interested in it, you're fine. I mean, I'm just, eh. And now the big one. This is Far Harbor, which is launching this May. This is kind of like your big meaty expansion, like a new area kind of thing. Let's see here. A new case from Valentine's Detective Agency leads you on a search for a young woman and a secret colony of synths travel off the coast of Maine to the mysterious island of Far Harbor, where sorry, I can't read. Where higher levels of radiation have created a more feral world. Navigate the glowing conflict between the synths, the children of Adam, and the local townspeople. Will you work towards bringing peace to Far Harbor, and at what cost? Far Harbor features the largest landmass for an add-on that we've ever created, filled with new faction quests, settlements, lethal creatures, and dungeons. Become more powerful with new high-level armor and weapons. The choices are all yours. This is all from the Fallout 4 website. That really interests me, kind of a new area. I mean, from hearing it, I don't think it's going to be too different from the area that we've been in, but I'm interested. And also, if you're really interested, because, man, this is going up on the 27th, so you still have about 2.5 days to still purchase the Fallout 4 Season Pass for $30, and as soon as March 1st rolls around, the price of that is being jacked up to $50. My guess is that's because apparently they're doing a lot more DLC than they thought. Like originally they were like, yeah, we're gonna drop like three, three big kind of expansions, but now we're dropping some smaller stuff, big expansion, smaller stuff, big expansion, like in months to come. So, now we have the March, April, May. Seeing that Bethesda has that conference at E3, where a lot of people are assuming that then we're probably going to get June, July, August. We're gonna get either broken down and probably see some DLC there. So that's the idea. So like I said, you still have time to get the season pass for $30 as opposed to $50. It definitely will save you some money for the $30. I mean, unless you don't want to get all of it, you only want to get certain parts. I don't know. I think the $30 is worth it. Moving on, more Fallout. More Fallout news. A Fallout 4 PC patch is already live. Was pretty much, it just adds some new kind of settlement stuff, some new customizations. Let's see here. Basically, the improvements are as follows. Support for add-ons. All this is directly from this article by Cassidy Moser at IGN. Apparently, this is support for the add-ons that they're, the DLCs. Additional art customization added to Workshop. Super Mutant Clutter, including meat totems, meat bags, and meat cart. That doesn't sound appealing. Raider clutter, including raider poles, cages, and tents, abstract and portrait paintings, more metal and wood door variants. That's pretty much what that patch added. I don't know. Again, I didn't like the settlement building. I thought it was way too obtuse and kind of overly complicated. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some people do some really cool stuff in it, but, that kind of stuff is not my forte, the whole Rust and Minecraft kind of thing, you get these little materials, and then you build these structures. I'm like, that's not me. It's never been me. Sorry, I just stepped on a headphone. I don't know. I don't think it ever will be. Apparently some details on Fallout 4's upcoming Survivor mode has been leaked. This is kind of like the hardcore mode from New Vegas. And basically, and there's a lot of info here. Whole lot of additions. Originally, I think the all hardcore mode was ammo had weight, and this was in Fallout New Vegas. I keep saying Far Cry. Ammo had weight, dehydration, sleep, and food. Was all you had was that, and I think any difficulty was up. Fallout 4's is going to be a lot more in depth. Here's why. Apparently, there will be no quick or manual saving, meaning, you can't kill one enemy, quick save, kill another, quick save. So basically, the only time you can save is by finding a bed and sleeping for at least an hour. Basically, in this one, you will take and deal more damage. So I don't know how. I think they're trying to make battles be more deadly. So it takes less shots to kill people, but it also takes less shots to kill you. I think that's what they're getting at for this. Apparently, there will also be no fast travel, which that's gonna suck. Part of me likes it, but the other part of me goes, nah. I know that's a weird sound. Ammo will have weight. Enemies will not appear on your compass, and locations apparently appear at a shorter distance. So, when you're on your compass and, it shows the locations that you either discovered or not discovered, they'll show up at, shorter distances due to this mode. This will also automatically grant you the adrenaline perk, which basically, as you gain adrenaline, you deal more damage, and as the perk increases, the more damage you deal, that kind of thing. Again, sleep, hunger, and dehydration will all be back. Apparently, you can now become fatigued. And fatigue, basically, it lowers your AP. It's kind of like the rad bar on your health meter, where, it kind of does that on your AP meter, and your AP can't go past a certain point. Apparently, sickness is now is going to be added with this mode. Apparently, chems, unpurified water, uncooked food, more stuff like if you get attacked by ghouls or other things that could be carrying diseases, it increases your chance to get illnesses, and if you get illness, you're sick, and it has stat effects, obviously. And also an add-on to counteract sickness are antibiotics, which apparently can be purchased or crafted to fight illnesses. Neat little addition right there. Apparently this time around, bed types matter. Basically, if you're walking around the wasteland, you find, a sleeping bag. Yeah, that's great. But if you sleep in like an actual bed, you get well rested. It's basically, it basically puts well rested to just beds, not the sleeping bags and whatnot. Actually, I don't know. Is that in the main game? I don't think so. Apparently, crippled limbs will no longer automatically heal after combat. You must use a stim pack to revive a limb. Apparently, exceeding your carrying weight capacity will damage your legs and health. I think that's an interesting addition. Apparently, companions after combat will no longer automatically heal. You are required to give them a stim pack, or they will leave and return home, and will be by yourself. Nobody wants that. And finally, enemy and loot repopulate at a slower rate. That is a lot of shit for just one difficulty mode, but I appreciate the challenge and what they're going for. I got this from an article by Michael McWhirter over at Polygon. I don't know. I mean, that's really interesting. I can't wait to play it when it drops. I don't think it's even been officially announced, but I think it's all like we know. All right, moving on from Fallout. God damn it. Moving on from Fallout. Apparently, Rocket League is getting a physical release. I don't know when. The article didn't say, but that article was by Jordan Serrani over at IGN. Or maybe go check out that article and it did say it, and I just glanced over it, and I'm a dipshit. Okay, this one excites me. You definitely expect this this Let's Play on my channel. Note the sarcasm. Although I might actually do it just to be funny. Farming Simulator 17 is coming at the end of this year for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Yeah. That's depressing. That article from Evan Campbell at IGN. Part of me kind of now wants to get that and play it and just do a small Let's Play series of that and just you guys can watch as I go mad. I'm sad now. Moving on. Insurgency Sandstorm is apparently coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC in 2017. This game Insurgency was originally a PC FPS. And this is, and I quote from the article, completely rebuilt from the ground up, and it's going to be using the Unreal 4 engine. Will apparently feature a multiplayer and a new story mode, and I like these two quotes. Gritty, visceral combat experience, also as immersive as it gets. Interesting. Don't know what the hell it's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be like Iraq and those kind of... It's going to be modern war again. We're going to get out of the fucking future. That article by Eddie McCooch at GameSpot. Apparently at the latest Pokemon Direct, which is, kind of the Nintendo Direct way, they're kind of, instead of going to the big conferences, they're kind of doing these smaller kind of reveals and state of the company kind of things throughout. Apparently it has been announced that Pokemon Sun and Moon will be the next introductions to the Pokemon series, will be available on 3DS holiday of 2016. Thank you, Seth G. Macy at IGN. Is Pokemon running out of ideas for names? I'm sorry, out of colors and now it's Sun and Moon. I don't know. That's weird to me. Pokemon Yellow. That was my childhood. Now I'm sad again. I feel old. I turned 22 last week, and I don't know why I feel old. Either way. Apparently, Warpath mode has been announced for the upcoming Doom game by Bethesda, and I can't tell if it's ID Entertainment or it's either ID Interactive or id Interactive. I think it's id Interactive. Apparently, this is going to be a new take on King of the Hill. Apparently, there will be a moving capture point, and apparently once you capture it, you will become a powerful demon, but you cannot get the points you need to win as the demon, so apparently you have to choose your objectives and how you want to tackle them carefully. I think that's an interesting game mode, or an interesting new way to kind of do this classic game mode. Reminds me, and again, I think I heard Jared Petty of IGN talking about this on a podcast. I know I've mentioned it before, but I think it's some game. It had something called the Predator mod, where the only way to score points is to kill Marines as the Predator, but the only way to become the Predator is to kill the Predator as a Marine, and then you become Predator, and then it's kind of like a back and forth game where apparently it's like. It's like 4 people play as Marines and 1 person plays the Predator. The Predator's way more strong. It's kind of like Evolve in a weird way, except you don't become the monster. But, it's kind of like that idea. Wow, I don't know how I looped around to that. Either way. Also in Doom news, apparently if you pre-order on Xbox One, you will also get codes for Dooms 1 and 2. For free, by the way. That is not like for reduced price. That is for free. Dooms 1 and 2 for pre-ordering Doom on... That's going to be confusing as hell. For pre-ordering Doom on Xbox One. Thank you, Wesley Copeland of IGN. Apparently, Quantum Break's file size has been revealed to be 44.09 gigabytes on Xbox One. That's a fairly hefty file size. Eddie McCooch at GameSpot. I don't know. I mean, I don't take much stock into these, but I'm super excited for Quantum Break. It looks really interesting. I really like Remedy. I really want to play Alan Wake again. I want Alan Wake too. I'm honestly going... I can't remember. I have to look back into my notes from last week, but there's a way to get Alan Wake for this. I think it's for pre-ordering Quantum Break on Xbox One. God, I want that. Oh, but apparently... and this is via a post on NeoGAF, which was picked up, article written by Wesley Copeland at IGN. But this post on NeoGAF is apparently, there's a new trademark for Alan Wake. My personal guess is maybe a new physical re-release, but I doubt it. Maybe it's maybe they're just kind of refreshing it for the relaunch on Xbox One, with the backwards compatibility. Honestly, I don't know, but I doubt, much to my sadness, that this is Alan Wake 2. Remedy said it's not out of the realm of possibilities, but it's, if anything, it's in the pre-thought stage. So, God, I want Alan Wake 2. If you haven't played Alan Wake, dust off your Xbox 360s, go play Alan Wake. Holy shit, it is a fantastic game. Either way, apparently Resident Evils 4, 5, and 6 will be coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Each will cost $20. 6 will drop March 29th. 5 will be sometime this summer, and 4 will be sometime in the fall. If you want my advice, 4 is definitely worth it. 5, maybe. Don't buy 6. 4 was still when it was kind of a survival horror, and then 4 was survival horror. 5 was kind of a weird mix between shooter and survival horror, and 6 was a shooter. Flat out, it was a shooter. It wasn't survival horror anymore. It was bad. I'm sad now. Matt Porter, IGN. This show's making me sad. Anyway, apparently the Hitman beta, the closed beta that happened a couple weeks ago, will return for 1 weekend starting on March 4th. Only if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber. So go check it out. And the following week, March 11th, the Hitman game will drop. I don't know when I'm going to play that, though. I know I'm going to play it on this channel. I'm interested. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it digitally or if I'm going to play it. Because I know there's going to be a physical release, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about that one. Am I still talking? I feel like I'm still talking. Apparently there's a new Firewatch patch that just went up for on PS4. Not on PC. Which is apparently which will apparently significantly increase the performance on the PS4. A lot of touch-up stuff, like shadows, rendering distances, and whatnot. A few bugs. But the biggest thing that I had a problem with in this game, which just kept bugging the shit out of me, was it fixes the frame rate. Because there were just, stops and sputters. Go check out my Let's Play down the... just go check it out. Really cool game. Really worth watching. Apparently, a listing with the Brazilian Advisory Rating Board for the Bioshock collection has kind of surfaced. This is going to be a collection of all 3 games. We're getting some conflicting information because this isn't the only place that we've seen this kind of pop up. Some say Xbox One, PS4, and PC, but as well as last-gen consoles, and other ones are saying just this, current gen. I don't know, because again, none of this has been officially announced. That article by Eddie McCooch at Gamestop, by the way. Not a big fan of Bioshocks 1 or 2. I mean, I respect them for what they are. They weren't my cup of tea. I also played Bioshock 1 at a really bad time. I can't remember, I think it was Stay Alive. I think that was the name of the movie. I finished watching that, and then I remember sitting down to play Bioshock with the lights off. I think I was in middle school when that game came out. Man, I'd be old. God damn it. I still remember sitting down and playing that. That game scared the shit out of me. I was like 15 minutes in. I'm just like, nope. This, I don't think I ever played 2. Bioshock Infinite, though. I will say, but Infinite was really good. I enjoyed that one. That one felt more shootery, though. I mean, it wasn't kind of the cool pseudo-open world that I think Bioshock 1 and 2 were. And I say pseudo just because I consider that one open world, just like I consider the original Arkham Asylum game open world. Yeah, it's open, but it's a lot of backtracking and it really kind of sucks. It's not kind of like a big open area that they drop you in. There's different small locations. I know, I think to some people I just describe the same thing a different way. To me, it's different. Fuck if I don't know. Talking about Bioshock, apparently Zach McClendon, I think that's how you say that, is apparently, he was the design director for Bioshock 2. He will apparently be the lead designer on Psychonauts 2. So if you're a Psychonauts fan, apparently things are looking up for that sequel. Maybe not looking up, because I think it was looking up the fact that it got greenlit. It's happening. Article by Brian Shea at Game Informer. Okay, I'm gonna preface this next one with a tweet from Cliff Bleszinski. If you don't know who Cliff Bleszinski is, he was the man who brought us the Gears of War franchise and basically revolutionized third-person shooters. And if you disagree with me, I like Cliff Bleszinski. Follow him on Twitter. He's a really funny dude. But he quotes, and I like this, mostly called it lol. $50 says Call of Duty goes back to World War II. This is in response to this IGN article by Michael Pasalacqua, I think that's how that's pronounced, like I said, at IGN, who wrote this article on Battlefield 5 apparently will not be in the near future or modern day, but going all the way back to World War I. Very interested in this. Finally we're going back in time. I want to see what this new hardware can do with these older wars, maybe grimier, and just I like World War II. I like that part of history. I think World War II was about the time that I stopped giving a shit about war history. Cause yes, Vietnam and Korea and all those, they're important and they're culturally important and blah 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 blah. To me, though, they aren't so much fun to study because they're less battles. And I'm sorry, I'm tangenting. I apologize if anybody's family was injured or / killed in those wars. My thoughts and prayers go to you. And I do not mean any offense by that. Either way. Apparently this is all according to an online retailer, and apparently it's supposed to come out October 26th. I really hope this is true, and I also really hope Call of Duty goes back to World War II. That, or come on, Infinity Ward, give me Ghosts 2. I just want Call of Duty Ghosts 2. I know so many people hate me for that, but I want it. I want it. Just because I love how the ones. I'm not going to spoil it. Just play Call of Duty Ghosts. I can't talk about the multiplayer, but God, the campaign was cool. I like first-person shooters. I just wish more of them had better stories. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Kevin Spacey. I enjoyed that. I'm sorry, I'll actually move on now. Okay, now into Ubisoft news. This article by Matt Paget, or Paget. I'm going with Paget, of GameSpot. Apparently, a new update to Rainbow Six Siege will assist in matchmaking by basically pairing you with players that are closer to your rank. This is to avoid that kind of issue where you have a team of extremely skilled people facing off against basically novices and low-level players, and it's not fair. So basically, it'll make teams much more fair and even. Moving on to our final two news stories. This is more. This one's technically Naughty Dog slash Ubisoft. I don't know if any of you have seen this controversy or saw this trailer before it got pulled by Sony. But apparently, it was the new Uncharted 4 story trailer. I believe it was marked at 1 minute 36 seconds in. Apparently, displayed original concept art from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. If you know the scene, it's kind of like this big rock structure. It kind of shows like this beach, a little boat. The original had like a little pirate guy, but the Naughty Dog one didn't. Apparently, the head of the franchise at Ubisoft Montreal, head of the Assassin's Creed franchise at Ubisoft Montreal, I'm going to really hope to pronounce this name right. Ayamar Azizia? If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. I really don't know how to pronounce that. I took a shot. Apparently, I'm going to say lashed out on Twitter. I don't know. I think you can tell that he's using sarcasm and humor, but I think at the same time, I think he's not happy. I think the most obvious tweet was, wow, Uncharted 4 using one of AC4's artwork in their trailer. I get the Thief title now. So, kind of slinging some poop on Twitter. But since then, Sony has taken down the trailer, and Naughty Dog issued a statement basically reading, in our eagerness to get the story trailer out, we made a regrettable mistake and didn't thoroughly vet the artwork used for an in-game painting. We've already updated the trailer. We hold all artistry in high regard and take full responsibility for having allowed this to happen. We want to sincerely apologize to everyone at Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed team, the original artists, and our fans. End of quote. Article by Samit Sarkar at Polygon. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, it's funny as a gamer. But I get as the artist of the original work, it's, you're not getting credit for your work, and technically it's stealing to, I get all that. I don't know. I mean, it's though that if anything, the thing that I find the most fishy, I'm like, I hate those public statements, because I'm like, that was, your cookie cutter. We got caught. We're sorry. It didn't feel like there was any. Although I don't get why he's apologizing to the fans, because as a huge fan of Assassin's Creed, I'm not offended. I think you were lazy, and why was that not either? Why was that in there? Why? How did that get in there? Is it like the guy who got pissed off at Disney and started drawing the penis in the background of the Little Mermaid? If you don't know about that, look that up on the internet. That happened. Again, maybe showing my age. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody was just playing a bad joke and it just wasn't caught, or maybe it was I have no idea why this was done. Again, I sound outraged, and no, I'm just confused. I'm like, why? First of all, why was that in there? Why was that not caught? And again, I understand you're trying to push through, but still, I don't blame Naughty Dog, but again, I don't hold any resentment to them, because I'm super excited for Uncharted 4. You say I think that's these. Nope, I didn't. All right, final news story. This one might get a little boring, if the rest of the show hasn't been boring, because I'm about to talk company politics. This came from an article, off theglobeandmail.com, by Nicholas von Praet. I think it's Praet. Apparently, Ubisoft is looking for Canadian investors to basically help kind of fend off a takeover from Vivendi SA. CEO Yves Gamont is basically kind of leading the charge. There's a lot of these, all these statistics come from the article, by the way. Apparently, Vivendi currently owns a 15% stake in Ubisoft. Apparently, also earlier, I think it said earlier this year or something, recently, Vivendi had made an offer of, I can't remember what it was. I think it was pounds or euros. I can't remember what. Either way, basically equaling $750 million US for Gamestop SE. This is another Gilmore-run company. Basically, and I quote, this is directly from the article, this hostile bid on Gameloft is the first step in Vivendi's larger ploy to force talks with the Gilmore family and take over Ubisoft. Like I said, that's directly from the article, and the article got that by talking to analysts at the European Investment Bank, Brian Garnier and Company. Apparently, the Gilmoss currently own about 9% of Ubi's equity, 16% of voting rights, and apparently other major shareholders hold about 15% and currently side with the Gilmoss. Gilmoss? I don't know. Showing how little I know about French. But apparently, Yves Guillemot still believes he needs at least the support of 50% or more to basically block Vivendi making board changes in its next annual shareholders meeting in September. Yes, I had to read a lot of that because the terminology is way above my pay grade. I am a simple gamer, guys. I don't know. I'm not good with this business and finances stuff. Apparently, like, I think I was also reading somewhere like at stake, like this is like 3,000 jobs, bunch of money, probably millions, like maybe billions of dollars in investments and whatnot. Apparently it's really big and important to Quebec, Montreal, basically where they're located. To hit the economy and all this if Vivendi takes over Ubisoft. Currently, the ideas I think are that Vivendi won't shut down Ubisoft, but I don't know. As a fan of Ubisoft, they're my favorite. I still say developer/publisher because everybody keeps saying they're publisher. I'm like, yeah, but they also in-house develop. So, how do I know? I don't know. I mean, again, this is another one that I don't know how to feel about because I'm like, because I fully don't understand because again, I don't fully understand the business world. But I still felt like this needed to be in here. I don't know, maybe bring awareness. Maybe if you have a lot of money and you watch this for some freaking reason, go donate/invest in, I don't know why the fuck I said donate. Go invest in Ubisoft. You son of a bitch. But there you go, guys. That's the news for this week. Like I said, I'll be hopefully more put together and back on Friday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, starting next week for episode 22. This is episode 21, by the way. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Like I said, my channel's kind of go dark for the next couple days. Don't expect to see any uploads until this upcoming Monday, so the 29th. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, on my website, down in the description below. Also in the description below, there will be a list of topics and events, so you can kind of skip to whatever news story at what time they appear. Also, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, give me some feedback, constructive feedback, please. Because, again, I want to try and keep quality up. I know I feel like my quality's been down the past couple weeks. Yeah, I'd say weeks. And I'm sorry about that. I really, again, I don't know if any of you think it has been. To me personally, it has. So again, I'm going to kind of try, again, that's why I'm taking this kind of day and a half off of recording so I can kind of get back in the game. So I'm, puns, video games back in the, man. Either way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. You can get a hold of me through all that social media, the comments, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm AJ Gels. This is the 11th Hour Gaming Channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out.